Week 10 is here. It is Thursday night football. The BettorCast Game of the Day preview is presented by Profit Exchange, America's first sports betting exchange. If you're in New Jersey, look to Profit Exchange. He is Marc Malusis. I am Keith Irizarry. We are Moose and Keith. Panthers, Bears, a combined 3 wins for these two teams. Now, Moose, I have often spoken from a betting standpoint. There are angles to find even in some bad games. What's your broad stroke view of this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think, listen, we all love football, but it's an ugly game. I mean, you're looking at two teams where their combined record is 3-14. I mean, that's it. You've got, Bryce Young, obviously the number 1 overall pick, who's had a penchant for turning the football over, and stories and concerns or stories swirling around Carolina, whether or not, Frank Reich wanted C.J. Stroud and the owner forced them to draft Bryce Young. So you're dealing with that down in Carolina. If Young can take care of the football, there's no reason to believe they can't go into Chicago to win the game. And for the Bears, I mean, very similar in nature. It seems like an organization that kind of has lost its way. A lot of the rumors swirling about whether or not they believe in Justin Fields. We know he's hurt, dealing with that dislocated thumb. We know Bagent, Division II quarterback, is going to be in there tonight for the Chicago Bears. They've got weapons, but Chicago's not a particularly good team. And Bagent's coming off a game against the New Orleans Saints, a really good defense in which he turned the football over left and right.
You look at Carolina, only 3 Panthers games have gone over the massive totals that you've seen of 38.5 tonight. So the Panthers typically play in unders. Typically, you'll see unders in the primetime events. So that will obviously be something we talk about. We talk about the injuries. DJ Chark more than likely not playing. Justin Fields, he is out. Khalil Herbert is questionable. And that is where I'd like to begin, because Moose, if Herbert plays, I don't know what to think about D'Onta Foreman. If he doesn't play, Foreman should be in for a wonderful night. So if I give you the question of over under 28.5 rushing yards for Foreman, which way do you lean?
Yeah, I'm going to take the over. And even if Herbert does return tonight, it's such a low number. Like, what's the workload then, for Khalil Herbert for the Chicago Bears? You could still see Foreman, who, is a guy that we've seen flash for other organizations, a very physical runner. Couldn't you see him get 30 yards rushing? It's such a low number. We're not talking about 65, 70, 75 yards, anything of that nature. Foreman could easily get, 7, 8 carries tonight and surpass 28.5 rushing yards. So I'm going to go over on the Bears running back.
Yeah, in a couple of hours prior to the game, we're sitting here and we're looking at whether or not Herbert will play. Tom Pelissero, NFL Network, he's reporting it's not likely that he'll play. Just throwing it out there. There is the potential of him being activated. So monitor that situation with all of your bets, whether it's here on the BettorCast Game of the Day and you're looking to get the plus 10 or what on the over or the under, or if you're going to a sports book and checking it out. I'm going to take a look at a tight end here in Hayden Hurst. And listen, he has not been great this season, had a couple of good games early on, but he's coming off a 2-catch, 54-yard game and a touchdown. And in games in which Bryce Young has been at quarterback, he has topped the number of 16.5 receiving yards 4 of 7 times, missed it by the hook once too, had 16 yards. So I'll take the over 16.5 receiving yards. A Bears defense also that is giving up more than 50 yards per contest to tight ends this season.
I like that. I mean, listen, you back it up with, statistically, analytically, why you like that pick. I think that's a solid play.
Thank you very much. I am a stat nerd, and I am very proud.
You're good at what you're great. Like, let's be honest, you're great at the player props, and you provide it, and you do a lot of research, and you look into it. So it's not like you're just winging it when you're firing it out here, and I respect that. It's great.
Appreciate that. Join the BettorCast contest by answering pregame questions right now. Get all of our picks for the game by signing up on demand on the BettorCast app. Download the free BettorCast app in the Apple App Store, the Google Play stores, and you can sign up on demand as well. And a reminder that Profit Exchange is the first U.S. sports betting exchange with the best odds compared to any sports book. Here's what you get. No sweat first bet up to $100 on your first matched wager offer is open only to people that are 21 years of age. You also need to be physically present in the state of New Jersey. When you register, use the promo code BSN at profitbettingexchange.com or on the app as well. We all love those apps. Terms and conditions, they apply. If you have a gambling problem, remember, call 1-800-GAMBLER.